let's crack the clock ourselves. This is an image that was posted on Facebook on October 11, 2014. Let's do this step by step. The photograph can be easily identified as showing Prague's Old Town Square. This is a very touristic area, so it's not difficult to find it. It's really highly recognizable and heavily photographed by many in the Czech capital. Again, the Facebook post containing the image was dated October 11, 2014. Therefore, the image could not have been taken later than this date. We know when it was posted, so anything after October 11 cannot be plausible. However, our goal here is to determine when the image was actually captured within the time frame leading up to the Facebook post, right? So let's start by identifying some temporary details, like the time of a photograph or a video can be done with varying precision based on the observable temporary details. The weather and seasonal details provide, some broad idea of the photograph. We can assume that, it was quite chilly that day, rainy based of the outerwear and umbrellas visible in the scene, but this cannot be very precise. Don't forget that this is Prague, where it's normally cold. Due to the fact that this scene is one of the most photographed and filmed in all Europe, there is a huge array of reference material to compare the image against. We are lucky. However, all of these reference materials are useless without a particular temporary detail to focus on. We can see a clock, so what? When comparing the scene from a June 2014 Google Street View image with the Facebook photograph from before, it is difficult to find any differences really. This is June 14, June 2014, the other image was October 2014, at least published or posted on Facebook on October 11th, 2014. However, when viewing a photograph of the area from November 2014 found on Google, there is one key detail that allows us to drill down the time frame of the photograph to within a few months. Yes, these are in the background. Back to a close-up of the Facebook photograph. In the distance, a yellow building is visible below the church, where there are 3 words with black squares flanking them. You need to zoom in, you need to be creative on how you look on the image, and then you will be able to identify the letters on the building. Then the November 2014 photograph on Google shows that this same building, which is apparently an art gallery, does not have the same black squares near these 3 words. So we see a difference already, which are now legible as Mucha, Warhol, Dali, in that order. While the actual date of this photograph may not be November 2014, this clue gives us a window of opportunity to date the photograph really, because we managed to find a difference. It is a tiny detail that provides us a getaway to determining the potential dates in which the Facebook photograph was snapped. By using a combination of targeted searches on Google, Foursquare, TripAdvisor, YouTube, and other platforms, we can start gathering as many photographs and videos as possible of the area, so to establish a time frame of when the black squares and artist names appeared on this art gallery in the capital of Czech Republic. However, a photograph's upload time is not always correct. We should know by now. Thus, it is important to find multiple images from around the same time frame, showing the same detail to confidently assess when a change on the letters took place. Consider targeted Google searches. on other platforms, such as YouTube, by specifying the date of results with the site search operator. You should know about these search operators. For example, search Prague Old Town in YouTube with the date specifications on autumn, as we can see, autumn 2014, to find only videos with these keywords on YouTube uploaded on the relevant dates, because we need to find the date leading us to October 11th, 2014, when the image was posted on Facebook. A good tip here is to use a spreadsheet to keep track of all the dated and geolocated visual evidence you gather or that you find along the way with methods, all the methods described so far and below. This brings structure to your investigation. This goes back to Mark Lee Hunter's master file approach, so that it's very adaptable to new evidence, new data as you collect them along your investigation. So you can navigate on Google Maps and then use the Street View feature to hold the yellow person over the area where you are interested. For Old Town Square, dozens of small circles and other icons appear. These are both user-generated photographs and with the exact location they were snapped, but also it's Google's own images. Is a combination. Each of these images, many of which are 360-degree panoramas, provides a month and year of upload. Look carefully on your Google searches and Google Maps. Along with Google, you can use the Russian Yandex, which provides user-generated photographs from particular areas. Go on Yandex Maps, turn on the Photos option under the panoramas here on the top right of the screen to turn on a layer of photographs geotagged for that location. Also, Foursquare, TripAdvisor, Yelp, do never underestimate the number and quality of photographs from tourists and review sites, even though sometimes it's quite difficult to navigate through these results. TripAdvisor allows for chronological viewing of uploaded photographs for a site, but Foursquare forces you to scroll through all the results manually to find snaps from the correct time frame. But still, as you can see, they are really useful. So by searching through all these platforms and services, we are able to determine the approximate time frame during which the design on the front of the building was established, reflecting exhibitions happening at the time. Here we see that 4 and 14 June 2014 photographs from the Russian platform VK, the Russian Facebook, show the building without the black squares around the names of the artists and with the names Alphonse Mucha and Salvador Dalí, not Mucha, Warhol and Dalí, as in the Facebook photograph that we are investigating. Then, images uploaded on VK on the 17th and 19th of June show the building with the black squares around Mucha, Warhol and Dalí, the same as in our Facebook photograph, and the same design is also visible on the June 2014 Google Street View image of the building. Going further, we can establish that this building design was still evident when and after the Facebook photograph was published, though the names occasionally changed to match the current exhibits. This museum, which is the Gallery of Art Prague or GOAP, keeps a regularly steady stream of exhibitions featuring the popular artists of Dali, Warhol, but occasionally includes other artists as well. However, the changing of the names from Alphonse Mucha, Salvador Dali, to a series of last names, Mucha, Warhol, Dali, and the adding of the black squares with Go Up, the name of the abbreviation of the name of the gallery, appear to be mostly permanent additions since June 2014. We found no photographs showing the black squares not present on the building since 2015. However, the last name format of the roster of exhibitions without the Alphonse and Salvador has persisted since June 2014, with occasional changes to the last names, of course. So with all this in mind, we can confidently say that the photograph uploaded on Facebook was indeed taken in the latter half of 2014 and not before. Determining the exact day of the photograph is difficult without a more specific temporary detail, but considering the outerwear of the tourists in the photographs, remember the Facebook posting, it is more likely to be within a month or so of the upload date of 11 October 2014. Additionally, the weather in Prague on the day of the upload had a light drizzle in the late morning and was about 15 degrees Celsius. It is not possible to really state when exactly the photograph was taken, but the historical weather data for the day of the upload does not preclude it as the date of capture. So this case, which comes from the investigative team Bellingcat, shows how chronolocation techniques can uncover crucial details about the timing of an event when direct evidence is limited. By focusing on temporary details like signs on a building and cross-referencing multiple sources, as we saw just before, we can build a reliable timeline that supports or challenges a narrative. We should always remember that successful chronolocation often relies on creative thinking, attention to detail, and leveraging a wide range of open source tools and platforms. In this case, even small elements, such as changes in signs or weather conditions, were key to unlocking a clear understanding of the time frame in question.